welcome to UC Today. My name is Kieran, and today's session is the big UC update for Veritas. I'm delighted to be joined by Ajay Bhatia, VP of Global Data Compliance and Governance at Veritas. Ajay, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on your call, and Kieran, and Happy New Year to all your subscribers.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. And before we explore a bit about Veritas's product roadmap looking ahead, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, Ajay, and the work you do with the company?
Fair enough. So I'm the Global Vice President and GM for the Data Compliance business at Veritas. Veritas, as you know, is a leader in enterprise data management. We're a data custodian for our customers, and our job is to put them in control of their data and applications across any environment, cloud, and at any scale. So we operate three businesses around data protection, application resiliency, and data compliance. And I run the last business there, which is data compliance. And I've been with the company for about almost 5 years now.
Perfect. So this half decade positions you perfectly to reflect not only on what you guys have in store for the upcoming year, but also in the year that was. What were some of the highlights from Veritas's 2023?
So I think, two things at the macro level for us in last year was the changing geopolitical cyber and regulatory landscape. Those were reasons that made, for us as a company, the illumination of data and risk as two very urgent board level challenges for our customers that we helped them solve. The other aspect of this was us being able to, we are one of the leaders in data protection. We're one of the leaders in data compliance. And then being able to, we're the only company that actually, one of the very few companies actually that can combine the value of protection and compliance for our customers. And rather than have them in silos, we adopted a platform approach and in our move to the cloud. And that platform was called Alta. We launched it earlier last year. And also the advent of Gen AI and the ability to go leverage AI for not only internal productivity outcomes, but also for customer use cases around surveillance, discovery, cyber resilience, and then being able to take an industry level standard on data protection as a service as well.
Perfect. And that was the year that was. Looking to the year that will be, now where we're in 2024, can you please give us some insights into your guys' roadmap? What kind of products, what kind of features and benefits can customers and partners expect from you in 2024?
Fair enough. So I think it's no surprise that, regulations are becoming more demanding. The workforce remains distributed. Data sovereignty remains a panacea. And then, like you said, Gen AI technologies are testing, new frontiers of how information is created. So simply put, you as a business cannot choose to not comply and cannot choose to not be protected in terms of any advent on cyber attacks or thereof. So I'll speak specifically to the compliance business at Veritas. Now, this business serves roughly a $20 billion market. $10 billion of it is software, $10 billion is services. We cover the use cases of regulatory compliance, so by country, by vertical, by region, use case of data privacy, which is GDPR or CCPA or other regulations, risk mitigation, surveillance for government agencies and financial institutions, and data discovery for legal situations of data breaches or investigations. So in this space, I would say there's two sectors that have a long history of compliance regulation. So one is financial firms, the other is government agencies. So vertical specific risk is high. Several large banks are fined billions of dollars for not capturing all communication channels, or at times congressional hearings in the United States, on deleted messages and data discovery for the same. That's causing a lot of political angst within agencies. Then again, beyond these institutions, the market is also defined by healthcare services, airline, utility, and other sectors. And they're all facing the same challenges around how do you make your data secure, compliant, and then everyone right now is worried about the relevancy of their data. What do they have? What do they not? How much do they keep? Litigations, privacy, and exposure to risk. So in this workflow for customers, data needs to be managed from the time it's captured to when you add context to that content, Then you decide how to back it up or archive it. And then you leverage that data for data discovery and intelligence. So our end-to-end cloud-based compliance platform extracts the cost, the complexity, and the risk across that entire journey, all the way from capture to intelligent action. And the bottom line is whatever we do in 2024 has to be able to help customers manage data in a manner that increases its value and reduces the risk quotient. So the portfolio is, I would say, designed to serve the cloud-first mandate for companies, and then leveraging AI-based technologies to offer source-agnostic intelligence. What do I mean by that? When you do content aggregation of data, you've got, for example, if we are two traders at Goldman Sachs or any other financial institution in the world, the way we communicate, how we communicate, the platforms we choose to communicate on, the devices, everything has to be monitored and proven compliance against the SEC's FINRA regulations for broker-dealer management. And this helps companies demonstrate that they've taken the right steps to be able to avoid fraud, money laundering, any other criminal activities. And so in that use case or that example, you would go ahead and aggregate the content from all different sources. So email, phone calls, emojis, chat, WhatsApp. You'd provide visibility to that file. You'd enrich the metadata around that information. You'd be able to go classify that information. Then you review that information, and then you basically capture everything, archive anywhere, and then discover what matters in a single unified cloud platform with a single sign-on experience. So you decide how much data is going to be on that platform, whether it's on the cloud or on-prem, and then you manage your data footprint to focus on what is relevant and active versus redundant or trivial. I would say in the next 12 months, our top 5 priorities for this portfolio would focus on easier platform selling through outcomes, not necessarily products. So selling an outcome of cyber resilience, not necessarily selling a backup or a compliance product. Then we deliver on our 360 defense architecture. I would say that brings together protection, governance, and security capabilities. And then you deliver enhanced multimodal insights on data from GenAI. Again, what that means is, like I said, the other example we could have is you and I are employees of a specific company. We're having a conversation, and 3 or 4 minutes into the conversation, the software picks up your facial recognition and says, well, Kieran's face is turning red. Maybe Ajay said something. You go look at the transcript. You do hit highlighting on certain specific words against all your company policies. And then you say, well, 3 or 4 minutes into the conversation, Ajay said, XYZ things, and that violates, workplace harassment policy number 768 or whatever. So to be able to go into that level of multimodal insight, GenAI is definitely used for surveillance and discovery. And then being able to do all of this across all data sovereignty requirements at the global level. So having the right data center footprint across different regions to be able to go harness that intelligence from data across multiple sources, locations, and levels. So that, in a nutshell, is where our focus is going to be for this coming year in terms of the portfolio on the compliance roadmap.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Ajay. I think that's all we've got time for today, but it's been a really good session, so thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kieran. Like we said, this is a good opportunity for us to be able to go focus on what matters for our customers. 100% peace of mind on compliance, privacy, and governance with state-of-the-art surveillance, discovery, and actionable intelligence for their data. So thank you for having me on this call, and hopefully your subscribers find this information useful.
I'm certain they will. And speaking of those subscribers, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media, and we'll see you next time. I've been Kieran, Devlin, VUC today. Thanks for watching.